Hi Yearbook friends. United Yearbook has compiled a rich collection of information for advisors to use. Our research-based curriculum will help guide the development and design of a school's yearbook. We have created a series of curriculum and instructional guides. I will be walking you through to volume number 1 on Yearbook Basics. As I mentioned before, all the information we are sharing with you is research-based and has been field tested by advisors in their classrooms. It is also linked to California Visual Arts Standards and Enduring Understandings. This is especially important when communicating the value of this resource to your administration. You may find it essential to communicate a few of these topics to your students during the first few weeks. We've included these different topics: digital citizenship, journalistic codes, the creative process, yearbook vocabulary, assessment standards, impact of student voice, and shared decisions. Digital citizenship is an invaluable topic in classes like Yearbook that rely heavily on technology. You will see how students apply, in a very real way, the electronic use and communication policies for their school or for the district. So it is essential for students to understand what it means to be a digital citizen. We've embedded quite a bit of information that would be useful to present to students. For example, in this online resource from Common Sense Education, there is a full digital citizenship curriculum. Some of the topics included are media balance and well-being, privacy and security, digital footprint and identity, relationship and communication, cyberbullying, digital drama, hate speech, and news and media literacy. When discussing digital citizenship in class, you may also be introducing to your students the idea of fair use and copyright in regards to creativity. We've included different links here, one being the U.S. Copyright Office. As you can see, it digs deeper into what it means to have something copyrighted and what the copyright law might be. We also focus on when to give credit where credit is due. Creative Commons is a wonderful resource to help students fully understand what it means to attribute resources. They learn not to just copy and paste, but to find images that are available for them to use and give the credit needed for that use. We've also embedded as many learning activities and lesson plans as possible. They all drive home certain points and topics you may find useful to impart onto your students. We've included a PowerPoint on giving credit where credit is due within this learning activity. The information provided will act as a guide for your students to use Creative Commons. They'll gain an understanding of why providing appropriate citations for sources is necessary. It will also aid your students in how to research images, review sources, and cite those sources accordingly. It is essential that students understand the importance of the yearbook and view it as a historical record. This brings us to the journalistic code. Students are able to gain an understanding of the journalistic qualities of a yearbook, as well as grapple with the different topics that come with ethics in journalism. Topics to consider include integrity in journalism, which encompasses transparency in reporting, sensitivity with controversy, power of multiple viewpoints, and civic engagement considerations. We've included different resources here, one of which is the Journalism Resource Association. Advisors are able to use this website as a guide when they speak on journalistic ethics. This website also includes curriculum and journalism education model guidelines. As you can see, we've created a learning activity or a lesson plan for many of the topics we cover. We've included a quick overview and purpose for each one. The purpose of this one is to underscore the significance of ethical behavior and practices in journalism. The yearbook is also heavily dependent on the creative process of staff members. Students acquire an essential understanding and practice of basic photography and design competencies and use appropriate critique and evaluation skills. This learned set of knowledge, understanding, and application develops creativity. If creativity is non-linear, how do we bring creative ideations to reality? We discuss a few of the practical steps that can help you as the advisor teach your students to harbor their creativity. Steps like setting goals, researching, investigating, incubating through practice, and verification through critique, analysis, and evaluation. The learning activity here also includes a presentation you can use in class. This will help students understand the creative process, how to nurture the ideas that come to mind, and how to put those ideas to the test. Another vital aspect of the yearbook class is to provide assessment standards for your staff. The students learn the expectations needed to meet and develop skills along the way. We've included a few pointers to help advisors make these expectations achievable. A few topics include assignment criteria and advanced organizers. Here we have an example of an advanced organizer. This kind of organizer will ensure that all students will be on the same page and have an understanding of the expectations they need to meet. We also discussed the topics peer partnerships and student mentor-mentee relationships, facilitate and meditate, and clear and effective communication. Discernment is the next step in assessing student standards. The individual and team discern the quality of work and the overall efforts move the project toward excellence. We include practical ways to apply discernment, one of them being reflection, in which learners actively engage in personal evaluation of their progress in learning. The assessment rubric we've provided is an illustration of how a single rubric is used not only for an advanced organizer in the previous linked example, but as a peer review assessment with personal reflection attached. This same rubric is the basis for the teacher's project grading too. Because the yearbook is not only a team effort, but one that is cherished throughout the entire school community, it is worthwhile to partner with students as they work on developing it. Students must comprehend the investment that comes with being part of the yearbook. A few ways to ensure they not only fulfill the work requirements, but are also fulfilled by the work include student voice, shared vision, and shared decision making. The ultimate goal is for students to be invested in the yearbook and desire a good outcome. A few examples of shared decision making come from the structure and design of the yearbook. As a team, students will have to decide whether they want a chronological, traditional, or conceptual yearbook. As the advisor, the goal is to facilitate an environment in which students are able to make these critical decisions together. We've included a yearbook story planner for each of these yearbook structures. As an example, you can see the chronological yearbook story planner breaks up each story that must be included within the yearbook by season and section. This will be helpful as students choose this structure and will keep them organized. Students will also be required to make a decision about the yearbook's appearance as a team. A few decisions they'll need to make include the theme, the style, how to keep consistency in appearance, and in the story of the book. Usually this takes the form of a style guide, the cover case, front ends, back ends, and division section layout design options. The yearbook is a highly visual artifact. Because of this, students must be prepared to make these crucial design choices. This learning activity offers students the opportunity to comprehend how spreads and layout designs are related and to practice what is required. Students need to learn yearbook terminology. To build the yearbook, they must first understand the vocabulary. We've included a basic terminology you can go over with your students to help them dip their toes in the water and broaden their knowledge. Some terms we've included are cover case, front ends, and back ends. As you can see, we've included images for visual learners. We've continued with more terms here. This page spread helps students to identify the new terms as they are introduced to them. On this final page of terminology, we have a couple of resources linked. One of them is the Britannica Kids Visual Explanation of a Signature. As you can see, yearbooks are always printed in signatures. There are no standalone pages. As part of the design services offered by United Yearbook Printing, the following custom design options individualize each school's unique story. To name a few, we have lenticular, double sequin, magnetic flaps, and heat-sensitive covers. To go through the rest of this curriculum, along with gaining access to our other curriculum, go to unitedyearbook.net. Here we offer our full curriculum options created with extensive research to aid yearbook advisors. Join the United Yearbook family today.